So hi everyone, welcome to today's lesson on estimating. So this is lesson 9 in our GCSE foundation course. Today we're going to be looking at estimating, and the main technique we're going to be using when we're handling our examples is that we're going to take every single number in the sum, we're going to round it to one significant figure. So if you're not sure how to do that, look back at lesson 8, our previous lesson, to see how to do that, and then we're going to go ahead and work out the calculation like normal. So let's go ahead and jump into some examples. So here we have example 1, we've got 42.6 times 12.1. And like I said previously, what we're going to do is we're going to round each one of these numbers to one significant figure, and then we're going to work out the sum like normal. So in order to round to one significant figure, 42.6 rounded to 1SF, or one significant figure. So we do squiggly equal signs this time, because the squiggly equal signs means it's an estimation. So 42.6 is 40 rounded to one significant figure, and 12.1 rounded to one significant figure is 10. So if you're not sure how to do this, like I said in the previous slide, if you go back and check lesson 8, we go through how to round to one significant figure. And now we can rewrite our question as, instead of 42.6, we would write 40. And instead of 12.1, we would write 10. And instead of a normal equal sign, we have to put this squiggly equal sign, which means that we're working as an estimation now. So 40 times 10 is, of course, 400. And that's an estimate to this sum over here. So here we have example 2. So we've got what looks like a much more complicated sum here. 6,242 divided by 57, all of that square rooted on top. All of that divided by 9.8 minus 4.7. So I'm going to show you how we can use estimation here to get an answer. We can make, first of all, we'll make the sum a lot simpler to work out, and then we'll get an answer which is pretty close to the actual answer. So I've done the calculation, and I know that the actual answer is 2.052 rounded to 3 decimal places. So let's see what we end up with. So we're going to do the same thing that we did in the last example. We're going to take each of the numbers and round them to one significant figure. So 6,242 becomes 6,000. 57 becomes 60. 9.8 becomes 10. 4.7 becomes 5. So now let's rewrite the sum using these new rounded numbers. So instead of 6,242, we're going to write 6,000 and keep filling it in. So 57 becomes 60, 9.8 becomes 10, 4.7 becomes 5. Of course, we can't forget our square root here. And now we're just going to go ahead and work this out. So we have to use our squiggly equals because we're doing an estimation. So 6,000 divided by 60 becomes 100. And we keep our square root sign. 10 minus 5 is now a lot simpler to work out, so that becomes 5. Square root of 100 is, of course, 10 divided by 5, and this gives us an estimation of 2. So you can see how close this is to our original answer of 2.052. It's only 0.052 of difference, and we've made the sum a lot easier. So that's the point of estimation. It allows you to gain an answer to the question. It's not going to be an exact answer, but it's going to be pretty close. So that's what the main purpose of estimation is. You can see that we've got pretty close using much simpler numbers. And that's our last example. And that's it for today's lesson, guys. Estimating is a pretty short one, pretty simple lesson, but it's an important one. And it's a question that likes to be asked a lot during the exams. So make sure to review it if you don't understand it. And like I said, lesson 8 on significant figures and rounding will help a lot with this lesson as well. So tune in next week for our next lesson.